Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today I'm finally doing a review of Charioteer by Matt Calkins, published by GMT Games. So this is a racing game that takes place in ancient Rome. So you are chariot racers, and you're obviously trying to come in first place. So this is a card-driven racing game. So it's similar to another game that is out called Heat. I own Heat. I haven't played it yet, so I can't really compare the two as of right now, but I know that they're both card-driven. So I'm going to go over briefly how this game plays. It's not a complicated game at all, but so let me just go over what these the player board or player sheet looks like. So this is going to be your player sheet, and there's going to be these four symbols here. You got sprint, attack, recovery, and corner. And you're gonna have the four symbols lined up over here, and eventually they're gonna be moving forward, and you'll be able to do more with them. So essentially, what you're gonna be doing is you're gonna be getting these 8 hands of cards, 8 cards, and they're all gonna have these symbols on it with a number. And then in the middle of the race board is going to be 3 cards, but only one is going to matter. That's going to be the crowd card. So what that means is that is an action that the crowd wants to see. So what you're going to do is you're going to choose up to 3 cards, place them face down, and then when everybody's ready, they're going to reveal those cards. You're going to pick the matching symbols with the number, and you're going to move that many spaces. So for example, if you chose 3 attack and a 3 numbered attack, and there's 6 of them, you will move 9 spaces, but it would also attack other players. So these all do different things. The sprint one, the green one here, is going to have higher numbers, so you'll see like 6s on there. Attack is obviously to attack other players. Recovery is to repair your damaged card, and then corner is to move faster at the corners. So you're going to be doing this until somebody crosses the finish line. Now, when you attack, depending on how many of those symbols that you matched, your opponents are going to take 1 cube, and it's going to be added at the end of the round. What that's going to do is that's going to take away 1 extra space of their movement, and depending on how many is in their boxes, it can be as many cubes that there is. So you could have up to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cubes. It'll take away 10 movement spaces. So they can be a little detrimental. Recovery would heal up your damage boxes by half. But there's also a rest action where you put as many cards as you want face down, and then you would divide by 2 to get rid of those. I'm sorry. That would actually get rid of all the damage on your cart. The recovery action is what divides it by 2. How many damage cubes that you have in your damage box. And now the way the corner action works is when you're on the corner, you're going to see these 2 different spaces. You're going to see the outer space and then the inner space. You have to go through each box when you're rounding the corner unless you use that corner action. So it makes you cross the corners a little bit quicker. Now, if you use 6 matching symbols, you can take a special action, a special power from the bag. So it could add certain movement to certain cards. So to be for an attack, it could add 3, it could add 5. You could have a whip action, which actually makes you move up an extra 5, but it never makes you pass an opponent. So you're pretty much doing this going back and forth until somebody crosses the finish line. But in that final round, if somebody crosses the finish line and somebody behind them goes ahead of them at the end of their turn, then they're going to be the winner. And that's pretty much Charioteer. So what do I like and dislike? Let's go over the dislikes at first. This is a GMT game, so you're not going to have the best. I don't want to say artwork. The board itself is not. It's not a looker. It seems very blotchy. It's very bland. But then again, this is what you expect from this company. You're not going to have crazy miniatures. You do have the wood meeples that look like the chariots, which is which are fine, but don't expect anything fancy from this game. Again, this company, they make some awesome games, but don't expect great artwork out of it. Obviously, with a game like this, you're gonna have some luck out of it. You could always draw that card that you need. There's an Emperor die, which is rolled every round. That pretty much what that does is, so what I didn't explain before, when you use a certain skill, you're gonna move up on that skill. The more you move up, it could add to that movement of the skill. So the Emperor die, when you match, you actually move up another point of that skill. And again, you get that randomness there. You get the randomness with the cards. So the game can be very random depending, but there's still a lot of strategy to it. So which is why I'm getting into that. Is really my biggest gripe with the game. What I do really like is the game is very easy, very simple to learn. It's not a heavy game. GMT is known for their heavy games. Their rule books are, they could be a little difficult. I think this rule book is good. Again, it's not a complicated game at all. You could learn this between 5 and 10 minutes, and it is a little mean, which is right up my alley. Some people might not like it. I like that whole attack action. It fits a little. It is a little thematic when it comes to this theme. Again, the theme is also not very strong. I mean, yes, it is ancient Rome on the chariots, but there's really nothing that captures you, that makes you feel like you're playing an ancient Roman charioteer. But is what it is. So, I do like, there is a lot of strategy with this game because you have those. It shows the 3 cards. It shows what's gonna be that crowd card in the coming round. So you want to strategize how you want to use those cards. Do I want to use them now, or do I want to save them until that time comes? What I did notice is that rest action to heal all your damage can hurt you really bad. I used it twice in one game, and I came in dead last. Meanwhile, I was first at one time and second at other. So you want to utilize those recovery actions because the rest action can hurt you dramatically, and especially if you're playing with a higher player count, you don't want to use those that much. You want to strategize how you can recover, but also move ahead that many spaces and time, because you can, again, those recovery actions will help you move farther, and especially if it's in that crowd card. So that's pretty much the game. I do enjoy this game a lot. I was juggling between 2 different scores. It's not. It is a good game that I would like to take out, here and there. I would consider it a little bit of family weight, but again, there's that meanness that some people might not like. Again, it could be dramatic. It depends on what kind of game everyone is playing. But for me, I enjoyed it a lot. So I was juggling between a 7.5 or an 8. But the fact that I had so much fun playing this game, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. It's getting my seal of approval. I think if you like racing games and you're looking for something that's not too heavy, you could definitely pick this game up, especially if you like maybe that ancient Roman theme. I've never played Heat, but I could tell that Heat probably has a lot more going for it than this game. And I don't know if this is going to be getting an expansion or not. But you got a pretty good package here. I wouldn't spend too much on the company can be a little pricey, but I'm sure you can find it on Game Nerds or Miniature Market for a little cheaper than what the website has. But I wouldn't go out spending a lot of money on this game, despite it being a great game. But yes, that's gonna do it for today, guys. Please like and subscribe. If you have any comments about this game, feel free to put them in the comment section. I always answer everyone as soon as I can. But hope you enjoyed that review. That is Charioteer. Guess my recommendation. Have a great one, guys.